My name is James.
I'm Nicole.
And this is Best Friends Who Kiss Fusion Time. Dance, 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 touch tips, finger style. Ha! Oh my God, it worked! We fused! Now we're unstoppable! A triple threat! Gnarly music, adorable artwork at darlinghomebody.com, and milky globs of cum. No! Nicole is rejecting the fusion. What the heck? Why'd you split so soon?
Seriously? Globs of cum?
Yes. Well, tough bees, I guess, here today on Mostly Speakin' Sentai.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Fiveman.
Yes, guys, like me named James says, I'm James, and ooh boy. Guys, if you haven't gleamed together, if you don't know, my stance is on pro-choice, pro-life. I feel like you haven't been listening to the goddamn show, or it's your first episode. Pro-choice, been it since a teenager. Got in arguments with my parents when I told someone like, hey, I don't think you as a 14-year-old, you're deciding to have the child? That's iffy. And then my parents got real mad that I told a friend of mine that, see all the choices, but growing up in, I guess you'd call it the Bible Belt buckle of a pilgrim hat, because Michigan's up north. It's not really the Bible Belt, but it's a Bible Belt on the top of a pilgrim hat. Don't know what you would call those, and why did they have it? College Humor said it's because it keeps their head dicks out of there. But it's super fucked up. Truly, honestly, if you're pro-life, listen to an Esham song. And I'm not going to dive super into this because eventually all lines of me going past 5 minutes in this discussion will just lead me to saying things like the only things that are technically illegal for an American citizen to say, a United States of American citizen to say, that are illegal. Oh, you can't, I guess, say any people are being too woke. Cancel culture. No, like the real things. Watch that Trevor Moore skit where it is illegal to say, I would like to kill insert government people here. So, yeah, it's fucked. It's shitty. Get bent if you truly, this will lead to people dying, and the blood of those people who die will be on these 5 or 6, it was 6 Supreme Court justices that voted.
Really? You're putting me on the spot?
Yeah, Nicole.
You last minute told me you were even doing this.
All right, well, those fuckers, and you want to know what? You want to know all the Supreme Court. Because those 3 that voted to keep it intact weren't positioning enough or weren't using their goddamn knuckle sandwiches, swirly, and those fucking nerds who voted to not keep it, to repeal the Roe v. Wade decision. So get bent, get fucked, you're out of here. Now, to introduce my co-host, you know her, you love her, the bricks, Nicole.
Hey.
What's up?
I didn't prepare anything.
That's fine. I didn't want to go too far into it, and I just wanted to touch base so people know I'm mad. You should be too.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I just have a couple things.
Oh, can I quickly, forgot to tie back the whole, being in the Bible Belt of a pilgrim hat. It was truly only have the child or don't have sex, but no contraception was ever being talked about. It's like, well, yeah, I guess, you're horny and you're going to rub genitals together. Oh, no, you didn't know you shouldn't be blasting inside of a vagina? Whoops, that's not our bad. We told you not to have sex. So those were the only 2 decisions. Don't have sex. if you do have sex and you get pregnant, have the baby. You can give it up for adoption, though. But goddamn, that's a tough decision to make as well. Every single decision, if abortion is on the table, guess what? All the other fucking decisions are extremely hard as well. So that's why it's pro-choice. It's not pro-abortion. It's not pro-adoption. It's not this, that. It's whatever is the perfect scenario and the best option or not even perfect scenario, whatever's the best option for you should be allowed to be on the table. And there I go. What's up, Nicole?
Yeah, I just wanted to say like 2 quick things. Now you make me want to like go into other things, but I'm not a very eloquent person when it comes to words. So just 2 quick things are, 1, don't call them pro-life, call them anti-choice.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because they're not pro-life.
Pro-lifers, get this. You can't fuck with this wicked, wild, wicked style.
Because I feel like a lot of people who have the anti-choice stance are also very pro-gun and are anti like government assistance, which is what people need when they're forced to have a child.
Yeah.
Especially recently, I saw in a budget, it was like budget increase for the military, I think, but then free school meals for children
are getting slashed.
It's super fucked up. Among just so many other fucking things. So fucking hypocritical. But like that's the thing, is that I don't know. It's complicated. Yeah. So I already forgot what the other thing was. Cool.
All right, but if you need resources, they're online. Also, like, follow the Satanic Temple. I believe it's the temple, not the Church of Satan. It's 2 different organizations. The Satanic Temple, I believe, is the good one. Follow them. They have resources. They're currently fighting the Texas anti-abortion laws right now because they are using their religious rituals for religious abortion. So you are able to, with the Satanic Temple, still obtain a religious, because, hey, that's religious freedom. They're allowed to do it. Everything else is like, hey, Christianity, we get to do everything. And I know not all Christians are like this. It is the people who are using it for their own benefit and their own gains. Yeah, read into that. It sucks. It truly does.
Oh, I think the other thing I was going to say was, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people are saying that like voting doesn't actually matter, doesn't actually do anything. But in that regard, I'm like, okay, the consequences of actually voting are what I wasted a nominal amount of my time versus not voting, which is like just so many consequences. Like, just fucking vote. Just do it.
I think the sentiment with that is we keep voting
like our
every
government is broken.
Single 2 fucking years.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the most important election ever. And no matter what, no matter if we have the majority in the House or Senate, the presidency, whatever, nothing's really getting done because of because our system's broken.
Yeah.
You have the lobbyists who it can be a stalemate for so many fucking years. The fact that Roe v. Wade could be overturned in every single thing, it was hinging on a decision of however many, I think it's 9 people in the Supreme Court.
It should have just already been
a law or put into the actual Constitution as an amendment, but people are like, we can't ratify the Constitution. That's terrible. What would the founding fathers think? I believe in the Constitution are rules then to be able to amend it. They knew that things would need to be amended. So it's stupid. It's baffling. And that's why people are like, well, voting doesn't matter because the system is broken. And it's not, I don't think, a sentiment of it's more a sentiment of let's keep voting, but we're not going to give any fucking money to these people because they aren't using that money. It's just a verbal agreement that constantly gets broken because they're like, well, I need to play within the system if I want to get reelected. And it's like, no, shake some feathers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw someone that posted, they're like, why the fuck are so many people upholding this fucking document written and signed by men who are on stolen land with like teeth that they stole, like smiling with teeth that they stole from people. And it was like, it was even longer than that, but it was.
It's not even just that. Like, the world has changed so much since the 1700s.
Yeah.
That's why we can amend constitutions, and state constitutions are amended frequently.
Mm-hmm.
But the fucking United States of America federal government just is full of a bunch of pussies. Chia, Nicole, how was your week?
Good. Ooh. Despite things.
Yeah. I was talking to R2 Shelby too, and it was when it was announced that, there's an inkling that it will be overturned. It was like that hour, and I went on to chat with R2, and then I go, how's your weekend? She goes, I mean, besides the fact that my rights are about to be stripped away from me, I'm doing pretty good. I was like, oh, shoot, I apologize. There's a phone ringing. I'm not answering it. So how was your week?
Oh, I thought we were just going to wait and then you would cut it out.
Okay.
What?
How was your week?
Oh, boy. Yeah, good despite things. Yeah, when that discussion started, everyone that I follow and listen to were like, yeah, this is getting overturned. So just be mentally prepared for this to happen. So, I mean, I wasn't taken by surprise. I was just kind of like, yeah, this was happening. I don't know if that's good or not. I guess for my mental health, it is. Speaking of, I have an appointment with a therapist today, so hopefully that goes well.
Ooh!
Yesterday, I had a blast at a tabling event that I did. It ended up being very small, which was... I expected that to happen. I wasn't surprised by that either, but it was very fun and so much of a better experience than the last two tablings that I did that were quote unquote actual long running fucking art shows. Bullshit.
Yeah, that last
just
one.
Bougie bullshit.
Oh boy. That one, just the whole vibe of that last one that was in a meat packing factory district that was surrounded by microbreweries, just real weird vibes. And
it was a beer crawl, and it was in a garage that they rent out for events, so they kept the door open and it was fucking freezing.
Yeah, because it was February.
And it was, just bougie people coming in, so they didn't care about the shit that I was making. They just wanted to buy alpaca socks for their fucking dog or some bullshit.
Oh my God, I love your fur pelts. Would they look nice on my caviar dish?
Those fucking assholes behind us. I was so pissed. And James was like, it's fine. Why are you so mad? And I'm like, because they're not here to they're not here because they like art and want to sell their art. They're here because it's their job. You know what I mean? That's why I was pissed. And so they didn't give a shit about taking up all of my fucking booth space because they're just here to fucking sell their dumbass alpaca bullshit.
It's also such a bad business they have because they brought so much product and I don't think they sold much, which means they have to...
Really? Because I thought they did.
Either way, they still were packing up a lot of merchandise, so much merchandise because it's all fur pelts.
Yeah.
What is this? The goddamn 1600s in Muskegon, Michigan? Detroit, Michigan?
So
the beaver
anyway-
trade?
Oh.
What's up?
So anyway, I had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun. It was kind of awkward because I was like, I'm like 27 and everyone else is like 18 or younger.
Uh-huh.
And there were only like 4 or 5 other tables.
That's what made it being smaller worse. You were very much out of place looking because it was like a 12-year-old, a 14-year-old next to us, then I think 11-year-old, and then 16-year-old, 18-year-old on the other side. So you were for sure the fogey of the group.
Yeah, I mean, there was that at the very end, they like went to school for animation or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, but
Still a teen.
I think I like followed them on Instagram and it said 25, but I don't know if that's like their age or if it says 25 for something else.
It could be, was it apostrophe 25?
Yeah.
Okay, then that means they're graduating in 2025.
Oh, okay.
So if they're graduating from college in 2025,
Yeah.
that would make them around 18, 19.
Okay, so they are 18. Cool.
If they're graduating from high school in 2020,
No,
okay.
no. Jeez, no. All right, cool. Yeah, so I felt very out of place, but I had so much fun. There was this kid, I'll just call her V because I don't want to like this
Dox 'em.
child that kept coming over to my table. And I fucking love her so much. Shit, I wrote the stuff down on a different piece of paper. But yeah, she was just like hanging out with me the whole time. And I loved every fucking second of it. She was probably like 7 and bought 2 of my cat sharks and like a bunch of stickers and was just like, every time someone came over, she was like, oh yeah, this is the best place. This is the best table here. And I was just like, thanks. As her like brother is
Yeah.
selling his comics, like, because that's why she was there, because her brother was selling his comics. It was so funny. And James left to like go do shit for a while. And she was just like, do you want me to sing a song for every sticker? And it was like all of the like cute animal ones that I do for Patreon. And she legitimately just sat there and like, or stood there, whatever, it doesn't matter, and like sang a little jingle for each one and like came up with a name. And it was so, I was just like sitting there like jamming out. And I think for like she did like 20. It was hilarious. And every single one, it would like start out with like, banana dog, banana dog, banana dog, banana dog, banana dog. And I was just like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go. And one of them was like the cat butterfly, and she named it Caterpillar. And I was like, ooh, actually, I should do that one. That's a really good idea. And she was like, trademark. And I was like, oh, shit, now I can't. And she was like, oh, it's fine. You can still do it, but just make sure to say that, like, I have basically, like, I have the rights to it. And I was like, hell yeah.
VTM.
TM. She also, which James was there for, one of the really funny things was like, yeah, just say, I think I can. Like, you know, Thomas, the train engine. She was like, I tell that to myself when I get full and I still want to eat more food. And I was like, does that work? And she's like, no. And I just like died laughing.
Nicole's dead. She's a ghost right now.
Yeah, I'm a literal ghost.
EVP, I don't need to worry about microphone bleed. She's in the other room.
So I was talking to her mom about her son doing comics because he was probably like 10. And he runs up and goes, hey, Mom, this is my 8th grade friend. And the 8th grade friend like just like scoots by on this scooter, and I look over and he's got like socks with sandals and is just like, hey. I'm like, what the fuck?
And I said, I would tell my son, you're not hanging around that boy anymore. And then, so Nicole made more off from an 8-year-old girl than she does in a full day of work.
That's not true.
After taxes, though, it is.
No.
Oh, yeah, because it's $15 an hour now. Okay, never mind on that. Made almost as much as you do after taxes on a full day of work. And then made 2 other children cry because they came up to her booth, saw either the Dino Cats or the, like, cute kawaii pins.
Yeah.
And super kawaii, no doubt. And the parents wouldn't buy them, so they just, like, sunk down to the ground and started crying. 2 children.
It was super awkward.
But powerful, Nicole. That means you're making a good product.
Yeah. And I've also found another demographic that I can
exploit. Yeah.
No, that I can like focus on like sharing my stuff to people who appreciate the shit that I make.
Which we should have realized this because...
I mean, I did, but I don't know. But I also like, that was another thing where I was like, I don't know how to...
market it to them.
How to get this in front of those people.
Because our friend Tyler Wright, his daughter loves your stuff.
And then like just at Chicago Comics, I would see like kids really liking the mermaid cat acrylic pen and the corgi acrylic pen and stuff. So I think I'm going to try and do shows like at schools.
You got to. We are going to make bank taking money from children.
All of their income is disposable. Yeah. So why not give it to an artist instead of a corporation?
Yeah, they're like, hey, the world's not going to make it to me being 30. I'm spending everything now.
Okay, but like I did tell her, I was like, it's also good to save money. And she was like, I don't care. I'm buying 3 of these.
She did buy a notebook, paid money, and then said,
so funny.
I don't really know what I would put in this.
She's like, what's your return policy?
I was like, instant buyer's remorse. I feel that.
It was so funny.
Because there was also another girl tentatively looking and trying to choose between 2 Dino Cats, but mom wasn't going to buy them. But it was like me choosing between 2 video games to rent when I was a child.
Like, this is detrimental to me right now.
I have to find the perfect one because this is the only one I will ever get.
Yeah. Yeah, she understands.
Yeah.
Exactly. Other people don't. Like, the mom, fuck that mom.
Yeah.
But that kid, fuck yeah.
Like, this child had a lemonade stand around Pride Parade.
Yeah.
During the day of. It made bank. The mom could have purchased right now and then just taken the money from the lemonade stand. They were like, well, we need to go to get the lemonade money. And it's like, you just I hope your daughter remembers this. Okay?
Yeah, I was like, no, she could have paid for it. She's just saying that because they're not, as like an excuse.
Yeah. I hope this child remembers what this mother did, just like I remember my mom saying, fake boobs don't fall to the wayside.
I also kind of, like, it's also kind of on the library because they had a table at the entrance being like, hey, look at all of this shit that's free.
Yeah.
So then kids not understanding that this is like an artist selling their shit event are like, oh, everything here is free.
Yeah, I get why they were stationed there, but they should have been stationed at the end.
I don't know.
Hey, you get all this stuff. Oh, we can buy this if you want. Then you get to the end. Hey, and all of this stuff now is free. Kind of like exit through the gift shop.
Nah, they should have just said, like, the other stuff isn't. free. I don't know.
I can't hear you, Nicole. My week, guys, I did shrooms for the first time. Listen to Sweet Child of Time. You can hear the full story there.
Oh, nice.
And also, This Existed, I go a little bit into it, and then slightly on Shuffling the Deck. It was a good time. Find out more on those other shows.
I mean, you don't get my perspective on it.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Yes, I'm so glad you said that, because I was like, hey, Nicole, from me doing shrooms, what was your perspective?
Annoyed.
Really?
Yeah.
What was I doing? Because I was just having a blast.
You were just sitting there.
Yeah?
I was just drawing. And you were like, and I didn't fucking know what to do because we were watching Playing House. And every time there was a character wearing like a bright orange shirt, and every time it would like have her on screen, you'd be like, oh, that's too bright.
Yeah, because what would happen is...
I don't like it. And I'm like, I don't know what to do in this situation.
I explained it as when you're at a nice soiree and they throw a cloth over a lamp to, like a red colored cloth to make it look red in the room. It was doing that for everyone's shirt color. Like the lighting in the room, like the light bulb above me would change to the person's shirt color. So it would have been nice if that shirt color was on screen for 3 minutes, then go to a different color. But it was like quick shots between two people talking. And I was like,
yeah,
okay, this is...
it was just a conversation.
Yeah. Man, I'm excited to do it again. I'm pumped. It was gnarly as hell.
And I just got you some tortilla chips.
Yeah.
And then your water. And later you were like, oh, can you get me? And then you looked over and you're like, oh, water. And I was like, you're the best. And I was like, yeah, I gave you tortilla chips. I'd be a monster if I didn't get you some water too.
When I pulled that tortilla bowl up to me, I looked at it, I was like, it's a fucking mountain of tortillas. Like it looked also, because I eat everything with a fork and a knife and a spoon because I'm not a monster. When the fork, I would put it in my mouth, and as it was pulling away, it looked like it was like gigantic. You know in Star Wars when the Death Destroyer goes across the screen and it looks big? Audience, every fucking nerd listening to this knows that shit. That's what it looked like. Perspective of like, whoa, this is gigantic.
Sure.
Do shrooms, guys. It was nice.
Pass.
Nah, dude, you gots to do them. Microdose on them.
No thanks.
Take a little bit.
No, thank you.
Take a little bit.
Jesus.
They're of Mother Gaia, fuckers. Let's get into this goddamn episode, Nicole.
Stop trying to peer pressure me into doing shrooms. I said fucking no.
Fuck and no? Okay.
Yes.
Today, we watched episode 29 of Fiveman entitled Fusion versus Combination. We get this Chevys guy. Also, I have many thoughts on Sean and Nicole's episodes. I'm not going to go into them.
Yeah, that was annoying too. Him editing it the whole time, every like 5 minutes running up to me and being like, hey, this and this and this. And I'm like, if you wanted to be there, you could have fucking been there. But you didn't.
Here are my comments.
Stop coming up to me.
Here are my comments on this. One, Nicole has done almost 200 episodes of this and is still confused about the format. And two...
Okay, because I'm the type of person that's like I know it in the moment, but once I have to actually think about it, I don't. Like,
did I write it down?
Training people to, like, yes, but like, okay, like training people to do the like safe combination at work, and they would be like, oh, how do you, like, what way do you turn it? And I'd be like, oh, fuck. I don't know, because I just do it. Like, I don't think about it.
And the second thing I want to touch on is just, like, I thought Nicole knew Fiveman. And maybe it was, like, because I've seen the entire series that I know.
Also, you didn't say there was another episode with this fucking character.
Well, I mean, it sets it up for him to have another episode. He's like, oh, I'll be back.
They do that all the time,
okay.
And then they don't come back.
Because this guy, I believe this type of character, actually, like, him straight up, this guy, I believe, is what they're parroting in Car Ranger when that second guy comes around and starts telling them the Bozak how to actually work.
Maybe.
That's what there's a lot of parallels, especially in like color scheme and how they're dressed.
Sure.
I forget the guy's name. You fucker nerds know what that is. But in this episode,
Batron Stang.
Chevalier and
Chevalier. I looked it up.
Garo, they are at odds again. And Garo is like, hey, I know what we need to do. I am going to fuse two monsters together, and that ends up being kind of the motif for maybe 5 more episodes. Each episode, we're going to get a fusion mashed together. Hopefully that will be able to take out the Time Ranger.
I love it.
How about just have 2 monsters go at them? Because when there were 2 monsters, they looked overwhelmed.
They were overwhelmed this episode.
That's what I'm saying. When the second monster showed up, they were like, fuck, this dude's dissolving us, and now we got to worry about, or no, this guy's about to dissolve us, and this dude's shooting weightless bubbles at me. They could have worked together. Hey, weightless goes up in the air. Hey, they can't move. I'm going to just keep spitting my dissolve spray on them.
Which apparently works selectively.
Yeah, I have notes on that. But hey, then the big old guy combines with the mecha and Fiveman. That's the episode, so let's get in note by note. One of my favorite things for a villain, or even just a normal person to say to someone that they don't like is say, you worm. And that's what Chevalier says to the Fiveman. He's like, you fucking worms.
Just call him Chevy.
Oh, yeah, Chevy. Not Chevy, Chevy.
Chevy.
I like
bitch.
that. I want to just sip a beer, wait a few hours, and hit up in my Chevy. You thought I was going to say, hey, I'm going to have a beer while I'm driving my Chevy? Nuh-uh. Chevy promotes responsible drinking and even more so, responsible driving. Buy one at your local Chevy dealer.
Say, like, you want to just get in your Chevy so that you can drive to, I don't know, the fucking beach.
Or
and
the
then
pond.
drink a beer while you watch the sunset.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Trackin' to find a deep forest pond. It's vast. It's looking beautiful.
We're going to go mudding.
Yeah, we're in Minnesota. They have
We're in
nice
Michigan.
ponds. Okay. We're in Michigan getting that sweet deep forest ponds. Something
We're
you might see in the book Hatchet.
Minnesota.
The book Hatchet, did you ever read that?
Yeah.
It seemed kind of relaxing. Minus the fact that, like, he needs to be out there. If you had the gear.
Yeah, I just, when I think of relaxing, I think of eating poisonous berries and shitting my brains out.
Hey, it's better than being constipated, you know? So it's not like, oh,
Is
they're.
it?
Yes, absolutely. I would so much rather have diarrhea than be constipated.
I disagree.
Wow, that's so weird. This one dude.
Well, I also just spent the last 2 months being constipated every fucking day.
So wouldn't you rather have diarrhea?
No.
Oh, Nicole, this is a new level of perplexity to you.
Well, I'm saying I have a lot of experience.
Yes, I've been constipated as well.
So
back, before I was
would
womanly.
absolutely prefer.
No, having diarrhea is the tops, guys. Even compared to normal shitting, I think diarrhea is better because it just flows right out of you real quick. Corey Sly, an old neighbor of mine, he once said oh yeah, after being violently sick, he was like, I actually kind of like diarrhea. All you have to do is do a quick little push and it's all out of you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But Hatchet seems relaxing. I just want to know because he was in a deep forest. Okay. Not this scenario.
Wait, quick PSA.
What's
if you
that?
have diarrhea, make sure you drink a lot of water because it dehydrates you real fast.
Yeah, everyone knows that. You slam some coffee.
You don't know that?
You drink some coffee while you have diarrhea. It makes it shoot out of you quicker than
You
you're
don't
hydrated.
know that everyone knows that?
I do know that.
No, you don't.
I do know that. So, the setting of Hatchet, not the scenario of Hatchet, seems relaxing. Just a forest deep in there, and there's a lake. So what I would do, get in my Chevy, ding, 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 because the Chevy moped.
I just imagine you
with dirt bike wheels.
piggybacking Chevy.
Who? Oh, this dude that we're
Yeah.
talking about? Not Chevy Chase.
Riding piggyback, going
Okay.
ring ding ding ding.
Okay, hell yeah. And he's singing. He says, ring ding ding ding
Yeah.
ding 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 bong bong. And we're sipping beer, giving a little to the fishes, listening to Jason Aldean's New Dirt, Old Boots. Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's on the radio.
American Campfire.
Oh, American Campfire by the Nuge. I bet he's celebrating this week, that fucking idiot. Listen to the song American Campfire. If this man does not know how to write songs, just the worst. What makes a campfire American?
It's in America.
Yeah. I guess this type of camping that I'm going to describe to a T only happens in America. It's like those. It doesn't. It happens everywhere just like this.
But it's also like, we know you mean United States, you fucking dickhole.
Of course, yes. What bothers me most about memes that are like,
But that's not what you're saying.
memes that are like only in Muskegon, and then it like shows a meme, but then people will take that meme and just like write over Muskegon, like erase that, then put in their own town. Then guess what? It's not only in Muskegon, it's literally in every single city because
How do
we're
you
in a
know they're
dystopia.
not also replacing the pictures?
No, because I see I see them come up frequently, and it's the same meme.
That's how you fucking become viral, dude. That's how you do a viral meme account. You just erase it.
You make all of them.
Yeah, you make all of
Okay.
the variants.
And then you set them not to public, but to specific cities, if that's even able to be done.
Sure, let's say it is.
Ooh, I'm going to be viral in specific cities, but then I'll get all those likes on my Facebook page.
It says only in New York, and it's Garfield eating lasagna.
Yeah. And that's only in North Dakota, Garfield eating lasagna.
Yeah, every time.
Sunday. Oh, no, it's Sundays in New York, Garfield eating lasagna. Sundays in Louisiana, Garfield eating lasagna.
Why Sundays?
Because the funny pages come out on
Okay,
Sundays.
Got it.
And people would be like, oh, I loved reading Garfield on a Sunday morning while my dad read the sports. That was my growing up experience. I'm so unique. Everyone fucking had that experience.
Yeah, that's why it's
Yeah.
viral.
Viral, dude.
They're not saying they're unique. They're just like,
No, they are, because then they say, oh, only in North Dakota did lasagna be eaten by an orange
right,
cat on
okay,
Sundays.
Yeah.
On the radio, telephone, riding Chevy.
They're like Muskegon. Yeah, because they're saying only in Muskegon. They're saying, it's only here. That's why it's a cool, unique thing.
Yeah.
And only you can relate to it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, when you go to the convenience store and you can buy a pack of cigarettes and see two white women with dreads punching each other, only in Muskegon, then every single other Western Michigan town says that. Or people will share
Every
it.
Michigan town.
Yeah, people will share it and keep it the same, but say, oh, well, in Ottawa, am I right? And it's like, then it's everywhere. What I'm saying is white women with dreads is a plague of convenience stores. I'm just using dumb specifics.
Is a plague on Western Michigan.
Yeah, on Western society. You
What
worms,
are
baby.
we here for?
All right. I only feel weightlessness when zootin' Mommy Gaia or when I'm on the moon.
We
because
have like 15 minutes.
Yeah, baby.
Dude.
You know when Remy uses her melody tact thing? It's like
ribbon dance,
It has
grappling hook.
It has a specific melody noise that I wish they would change based on the background music, because sometimes it's highly off key. And if it's a melody, it's not melodic at all. Like, it's not hard. I guess it's just a melody. They're not saying it's harmonic.
Yeah.
Harmony. Corinne. Oh man, I gotta see this Gumbo movie. It's Gumbo, you piece of shit. What about that Beach Bum movie? It's Beach Bum, you piece of shit. I want to see that fall break movie. It's spring break, you piece of shit. Nuh-uh, I'm talking about that movie that was originally called Fall Break.
There's a crab monster that makes bubbles, which is like cool.
Yeah, and they're weightless.
I looked up why crabs make bubbles, and it's because of like certain species that can breathe in the water but also on land.
Whoa.
So they still have like water in their gills. So when they like breathe air, it makes bubbles.
My gills.
But also sometimes it's like a defense mechanism to make them look bigger.
Because you see it through the bubble and it's augmented.
Yeah.
Like a funky house mirror. You know, Funky House, when you go to Funky Kong's place and he has just shattered glass everywhere because he's pissed at society.
Yeah. And you're like, okay, boomer.
He's Gen X, dude.
That is the funniest actually ever.
So they're fighting this crab guy. Then this other dude pops out of the ground. He's an ant, maybe. I don't remember what.
A crab?
He's also a crab?
Oh, you're talking about the other thing, the bug.
Yeah, so he starts spraying this dissolving spit saliva on them. And I've never seen a Red Ranger with like dog brain logic because it's this jet of liquid being sprayed at him. And he's like, well, I have a sword. I'm going to slice at it. It's like, no, run. Get out of there.
Okay, so I'm really glad you said that because I was like, okay, do I see it as selective acid because it can only melt metal?
Mm-hmm.
But in this scene, it melts the crab's arm.
Yeah.
So
crab metal?
That theory is incorrect.
Okay, crab not metal.
Crab not metal.
All right. Okay. Oh, they could have killed Arthur real quick. Sad.
But later they fucking spray all the Fivemen and they're fine.
Then it's got to be selective.
But then why wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Just melt them with fucking acid.
Oh, no, I mean like it might only melt metal.
But I just said it doesn't.
Okay, so
crab not metal.
Oh yeah, crab not metal. You say. But it's an exoskeleton. That's kind of metal.
Skeletons are metal?
Yeah, exoskeletons, like that kind of metal. Bad to the bone.
Okay.
Oh,
aesthetically metal.
Because no. Bad to the bone is metal. So exoskeleton, bad to the bone. Bone is metal. There we go. So if you cut them, like you sliced off one of their arms, then spat into their nub, that would start dissolving. Oh, man, and it's not dissolving. Oh, this is disgusting. It's only dissolving their bone. So then as it goes down their arm, it just starts like wilting and like flopping around like it goes limp because it's just skin, muscle, and blood.
Yeah.
Disgustoids.
Or your teeth.
Oh, bones outside of your body. It's a tooth.
Yeah.
Don't wash your mouth out with that spit.
Don't do it.
But that dude could spit on your pussy and you'd be fine.
Oh my God.
But
don't stick your boner.
I was just about to say.
In the juice.
Does boner count as skeleton? If it's a raccoon, it does.
Oh my God.
We learned that, remember?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Duh.
Okay, we find out that Chevy has just thick calves, and I was wondering, Nicole, on you and on your spouse, what is the best thing to have like thick besides butt and thighs?
I don't fucking know, dude. Why are we doing this?
Because this is what Mostly Speaking Sentai is. So then they force this crab because the ant's willing to be combined together. They force this crab and he's like, I don't want this. And then living as one is kind of poignant right now because you have to live as one when you carry a baby to term.
Oh, okay.
You're being forced by the government to do that.
I was very confused.
The United States government is as totalitarian right now as the Zone Imperial Army. That's what I'm making an allegory
as
of.
a hairy lady that lives in the sky.
Aurora Borealin. Tim Allen. He's probably also fucking joyous as hell.
Also, like, it feels Never mind. I'm not going to say that out loud.
Okay. So I had a note that I was like, they see these bubbles dissolving everything, and their first thought is, hey, let's go towards those bubbles when it goes into their base. But we've learned that it doesn't melt skin, so they should be fine.
I guess.
Yeah, this is my first issue with this series.
But then it even
the
like
dissolving.
sprays onto the mech, and then only the sword dissolves.
Okay. Maybe sword is different alloy than the other stuff.
Or it has like the paint protects it.
A lacquer on it.
Yeah.
Maybe they have like a latex skin coating it.
Ew.
So then that's why it's able to be spat on.
It's as hard as pudding can be.
Yeah.
Yet.
I think the visuals in this are clean. This episode's amazing. And I think this might be... challenge me, Sentai fans. I think this is the best looking Sentai. Film quality. It looks like these things could be real. Cinematically, I think this is the best one. Fight me on it.
Why is Chevy just throwing tarot cards?
That's his thing, baby.
Where did tarot cards originate? Is that a French thing?
Maybe.
I'm going to Google it.
I also should know this because I apologize to Mo and Jeremy of According to an Idiot. You have told this to me on an episode I've edited of According to an Idiot. Listen to that podcast, guys, if you're into fringe cryptozoology, mystical stuff. It's very funny, very good. And oh, baby, the past few years I've been editing it. So if their viewership increases because of me, they'll be like, we got to keep this boy around. I do feel like it's an Eastern European thing, not a Western European.
I'm seeing Italy.
Oh, okay. Central Europe.
Like it's like based on something else, and then they like added to it, and it's saying Italy.
Kind of like the jungle packs in Pokemon.
So it doesn't make sense, no, because Chevalier is French.
Chevalier. Chevy.
Not a sponsor.
They have a foam and bubble party. Have you ever been to a foam party?
So many times.
Wait, really?
What is a foam party?
They just like, you're in a gymnasium and they fill it up with foam?
Yeah. Well, did you ever go to the Blueberry Festival?
No.
Oh my, that was like such a huge thing for my family for some fucking reason. Was the fucking Blueberry Festival. And one of the things they did, so it was like, it started out with like blueberry pancakes, and then they had like door prizes, and I don't remember like whatever other bullshit, but they also had the fire department would just like spray a fuck ton of foam.
Hell yeah.
And they would, I don't even remember, there was some sort of game, something with like coins or something. But it's like, I'm a kid, I don't give a fuck. I'm just here to just enjoy the foam.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I don't know if I've ever told you this. My mom had like this weird spa, like plastic mat that you like put in the bathtub. And then there's like it has like a hose that connects to like a thingy outside of it, like a motor thingy.
Mm-hmm.
So that it's kind of like, and it makes bubbles.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like it turns your bath into a jacuzzi, basically. What we figured out was if you put a fuck ton of soap in
hell
it
yeah.
and put weights on the bottom of the shower curtain, it will fill it to the fucking ceiling.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was awesome.
See, what my family did together was be distant.
Well, when I was that age, we got into a lot of shenanigans.
Yeah, I don't feel like my parents would have had that. Like that, they would have seen us do that once and would have grounded us and said, never again. Did it make a mess?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, we would have been grounded.
Because the weight of all those fucking bubbles and then you just like fucking around in there like pushes the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's say it comes loose from one of those weights, it's just gonna dump bubbles everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, we did our fuck around outside of the house.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the
And there was carpet in that bathroom,
works bombs.
but you could take it out.
We loved doing that.
Yeah.
Toilet bowl cleaner, put that into a bottle, put with tinfoil in it, screw the tap, shake it a little, throw it, wait till it expands, and kadoosh!
You would like climb onto the roof. But I mean, this is like, I'm talking like when we were like 4 to like 10 years old. Like climb onto the roof. I remember like multiple times where we would like start fires.
On the roof?
No.
Okay.
Because you know, my mom has that fire pit.
Yeah.
I remember one time they like cut down a tree and we somehow like started a fire, and there's like field grass that grows over behind the barn, and we'd be like, we have to, like, we were just like, it's our mission, we have to keep pulling this field grass to keep the fire going, you know, when you're a kid and you're just like, this is the most important thing in our life. Yeah, it was fucking wild.
I don't think we made a lot of fires because probably was afraid. I was a fearful kid when it comes to parents. Parent. Won't tell you which one.
Yeah,
Nicole knows which one. One of the one that might be listening.
They also had like go-karts and a mini bike and possibly a quad, but I didn't like that stuff.
I had a
and
go-kart.
there's like a gross pond way back in the woods at my
Ooh.
uncle's house that they would go to, and got in trouble for like flooding their sandbox one time.
Flood the sandbox with cat pee-pee.
We would like put a sprinkler underneath the trampoline
Oh, very fun.
and then just put like a bunch of soap on it, so it was so fucking slippery and bouncy.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
I was made to fear trampolines because my mom and dad were like, you'll break a limb.
Yeah.
So I never got fancy on trampolines when I had the opportunity. I was like, hey, double bounce me, but don't try and make me jet set all the way into the
Dude,
sky.
that's scary though. It's so fucking scary.
It just, someone needs to make a 60-foot wide circumference, not radius, trampoline that works like a normal trampoline, so then you can double bouncy and be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at this, we're going to plow through some notes because Nicole's got that thing.
Sorry, I had fun reminiscing.
We see Arthur has like an RPG style magic move called Arthur Flash. He says Arthur Flash, his eyes light up, and then just everything around him like does a sparking explosion. And then we find out Dongaros has what he calls the abacus bomb, and it just turns into like a Tommy gun. His abacus goes, duh, 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 duh. It was rad.
Nice.
And Arthur would be a fantastic DMPC. Like if your dungeon master, you were playing a Sentai campaign. Arthur is the best master that we've seen so far. Mm-hmm. He's useful, he teaches, and he's supportive. Mm-hmm. Get out of here, Kaku.
It seems, I guess the best word is counterintuitive to use. Like, they talk about how precious their home base is, but then they use it as like armor for their robots.
Yeah. But also that whole entire thing, so the magma base has cannons on it and fires the cannons, and they're awesome, cool. But then Gaku's like, we know something even better. We're going to make this change and like combine with our mech. It doesn't look much difference besides it has a head and like visual arms, but not really. But all of the cannons were visible before it changed. Just keep it intact and shoot at the thing.
Maybe it gives it more power.
Yeah, okay. I was just, after I said that, I was like, oh, they might be using reactors within the 5 Robo and all of that.
Right.
So, yeah, okay. It makes sense. It's kind of like, well, the Sega CD, okay, yeah, I can use this Sega CD. And it's like, no, you need to plug it into the Sega Genesis.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I've been made a fool. Also, when Arthur like barricades himself behind this bar, like these bars, jail cell style. Those bars break so quickly. I hope he gets a refund and we get a class action Arthur. He becomes a lawyer and sues whatever security company they bought these from.
Maybe it was just like for aesthetic to deter people.
Okay, that makes sense. Like fake cameras outside of a house.
Exactly.
Or like in Community, the fake fire alarms.
Yeah.
Very funny bit. All of a sudden, Doldaro and Zaza are fighting Gaku in the base. And he's like, trapdoor, pulls a lever. Where does that fall? Because I don't think we see them again. They just fall into an endless pit in their base. Are they prisoners there now, or did it like flush them out?
I don't know.
It must have flushed them out.
Out the butt. Like diarrhea.
Diarrhea, better than constipated.
Full circle.
I love how they scream, we're going to get dissolved. Kind of like the snap. That must be what's his face thinks. Thanos says, you want to know what? I hope they get dissolved Fiveman style when I snap my fingers. Oh, half of them people just got spat on.
But they don't. They dissolve 30 Days of Night style.
30 Days of Night? Never seen it.
If I remember correctly, it's really good.
Okay. What about 28
It
years
was
later?
One of the few horror movies I saw before I got into horror movies.
And you're like, wow, this is good.
I kind of want to watch that now.
Let's do it.
See if it holds up.
A horror movie I think you would really enjoy. Very poignant these days. An Inconvenient Truth.
God fucking damn it.
Whoo, Nicole, what you got to plug?
Visit darlinghomebody.com for creepy cute stuff that I make. I just added an About Me page, which I think I did a good job. I think it's cute. I like it. And I'm just like, I have plans. I'm doing things.
Whew.
So I don't know. Go to patreon.com/darlinghomebody for a monthly sticker or magnet. Follow me on social medias at Darling Homebody.
Yeah, guys, you better buy her stuff because if a 7-year-old girl knows what's up, you should too.
Dude, and for real, like, kids are fucking mean. So that means a lot.
Yeah. You know it's quality. Hey, guys, go over to Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, Mostly Speaking Sentai, where Saturday and Friday this week, if you're listening to this, July 1st, July 2nd, you heard it in the beginning, we are doing a fantastic Kaiju Lai-Con where friends are coming. We're doing back-to-back recordings both night of Mostly Speaking Sentai episodes discussing kaiju movies that our guest chose to watch. So check that out. It's going to be a good time. Head over to mlmpod.com where you can find out information about my other podcasts like Shuffling the Deck, Hit It and Crit It, and Sweet Child of Time. Then listen to my music under Marshland Monster, Dragon Boy Suede and I, aka Howard Kramer. We got songs galore cooking up, so you're going to be getting singles. You're going to be getting an album. I'm excited. He's excited, which makes me so proud and happy. I'm very lucky and fortunate. It's a good time. Also, July 8th, 1 p.m. Central Time in Chicago, Fan Expo. We are performing live. We're doing a live podcast recording. If you're there, please come out and support us. If not, it'll be available to see and listen to within the later weeks. So it's a great time. But oh, baby, patreon.com/MLMpod.com or not .com. Whoops. Patreon.com/MLMpod, where for $5 a month, you get exclusive podcasts. It's the best way to support us and our network. And if you're a $10 patron, you get more exclusive content like streams, watch-alongs, and the brand new Straight to Patreon. It's very good, very fun, great show once a month, and you get exclusive shout-outs on every single free feed podcast. So let's begin with that, starting with Steve F., Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z, The Waz, Orion, he's a rapper, Defo, with D-F-O, Kayla, aka Two Grapes, Joshua, or Jordan B, The Chaos Witch, the brother-in-law of me, Joshua, Jakis, Joshua, Steve Barnes, Intro Void, Sweet Child of Time, my mother, Margaret, and Lil Corey's BFF/roommate, Shane. Also, huge shout outs to Courtney H. They joined the Patreon, but also donated very generously to Marshland Media over at mlmpod.com/donate. Thank you so much, Courtney. It means the world to us. Everyone, have a wonderful week. I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
And we've been Mostly Speaking Sentai. Bye-bye.
Pete.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCollum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/mlmpod and sign up today. Oh, yeah.